Max, it's been a long road for you to this fight here. I know you had the UFC debut against Dustin Poirier way back when, super young kid. But ever since then, first fighter to youngest fighter actually to reach 10 UFC wins, youngest fighter 15 UFC appearances. Did you imagining this happening for you, like at this pace, at this rate, and getting here where you are within just a few years?
Oh yeah, my management know, my team know. I want to fight as much as I can, as often as I can, and keep doing the damn thing. I want to prove I'm the best fighter in the world. People keep talking about title shots, this, title shots, that. It's UFC's job to do that, and my plan was to take out the whole division. And when I get the title, UFC scratched their head and like, what the hell do we do with this kid? So that was my plan, that was my job, and and breaking records, setting records is great, and I also I want to hold the record of the most UFC fights of all time, and I'm not quite there, a little bit halfway there, but I want to do it, I'm a fighter and I want to prove to the world that I'm the best ever, and this is one way to do it. The only way to do it, you got to actually go in there and fight, and not talk.
Yeah, and I know you have talked about wanting to be a champion for a long time. You kind of mentioned there wanting to be the best fighter in the world. But when you thought about winning your first UFC belt, all that coming together, were these circumstances anything that kind of came into? Is it a little bit disappointing? Can you admit that at least, that this isn't what you imagined in your first championship fight, your first championship moment?
It's not disappointing, but it was a curveball, and UFC lately, if you've been following it for the last couple years or so, the last year or so actually, they've been throwing curveballs, and you gotta be ready to hit that off-speed pitch, and we're here and we're ready and we're taking it, it's like I said, man, the stars is aligning, and tune in December 10th, a star is gonna be born, and his name is Max Bless Holloway. And just like how Anthony Pettis said, I never ever fought someone like Anthony Pettis. That motherfucker never fought a guy like Max Holloway. So we see what happens. I'm just in a league of my own, man, and that's the way you gotta put yourself. If you're not putting yourself like that and you're just trying to be as Joe and just move with the motion, then you don't belong here, man. When you're special, you're special, and I know I'm special, and it's time to show the world now. I got a bunch of guys. I got a bunch of fans, and they know. Over here, there's a bunch of guys, and they know who Max Holloway is. So make sure you jump on the wagon before December 10th, cause after the wagon, it's gonna be kind of full. So come on over.
When you imagine Dana White wrapping that belt around your waist Saturday night, how do you really envision it getting done? How do you see yourself beating Anthony Pettis to get that belt?
Look, man, I go in there, I go out there, I look for the finish every second of the fight. I try to figure out some way to finish you, and if I don't finish you, I'm making you look easy, man. I'm making it look easy. So I'm trying to, the next day, if I don't finish, you guys the next day is asking, who the hell is next to Max Holloway? What the hell? This guy's making these guys look easy, All the time before a fight, these guys come with strengths and say, this is where I think I can beat Max. And we beat them there, and then it's like, oh, shit, maybe not. So I want to make him look easy. I want to finish, But at the end of the day, I'm going to get the job done December 10th. We're going to have a new champion.